Good morning, this is Marx from the Bible in 1 year. Today we're going to look at Matthew 6 from verse 1 to 18. This is where Jesus continues his Sermon on the Mount, teaching about righteousness, giving, prayer and fasting. He warns against practicing righteousness for human recognition and emphasizes sincerity in spiritual disciplines. In verse 1 to 4, Jesus warns against giving to the poor to be seen by others. True giving should be done in secret, without seeking praise from people. God sees what is done in secret, and He will reward the giver. In verses 5 to 15, Jesus condemns hypocritical prayer done for public attention. He teaches that prayer should be between the individual and God, and should be done privately. In verses 9 to 13, we see that Jesus provides the Lord's Prayer as a model, teaching us dependence on God for daily needs, for forgiveness, and protection from evil. Just a few key points on the Lord's Prayer. When we say, "Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name," Jesus teaches us to honor God first in our prayers. Hallowed be thy name means God is holy and worthy of our worship. When we recognize God as our Father, it shows a personal relationship. We should always start our prayers with praise and reverence, acknowledging God's greatness. The second part, "Your kingdom come, your will be done." It shows that we align with God's will. It teaches us surrender to God's plans rather than insisting on our own. Give us this day our daily bread. It reminds us to trust God one day at a time, relying on Him daily, trusting Him in providing us for our daily needs. The last part is all about forgiveness. We should practice forgiveness and seek God's help in overcoming sin and temptation. By using these principles, we develop a deeper, more meaningful connection with God. So how do we apply Matthew 6 verse 1 to 18 in our lives today? Practice humanity in good deeds. Whether you give, pray, fast, do it for God's glory and not for human praise. We should not seek praise from others when we are helping those in need. Spend personal time in prayer and devotion. Develop a private relationship with God. Pray sincerely and privately, with your focus on God and not on people. Practice forgiveness, just as God forgives us. Use the Lord's Prayer as a guide. It helps us to structure our prayers with worship, dependence, forgiveness, and with surrender. When we fast, we should use it as a spiritual discipline, not as a public display. Fast with a humble heart, seeking God rather than human approval. By following these principles, we grow spiritually and focus on pleasing God rather than seeking human approval. The core message of Matthew 6 verse 1 to 18 is that we should glorify God and not try to impress those around us. Thank you.